Um, and I'm super excited to be here. Thank you everybody who supports me, and all haters stand down. We ain't tolerating no nonsense in the comments. Okay, you will be blocked and deleted. Uh, so I'm excited to come on. It's a new day. I was live yesterday and I got cut off. Even though my phone was on the charger, it still cut off. So Mercury retrograde, that totally, I was going to say, I don't know what that means. Mercury retrograde, okay, is already happening. I have already had like been getting my electronic stuff like issues happening. Okay, I want to say it was like the 12th, 13th it's officially started, but I've definitely been feeling that at least the last 10 days of being like, it's what made me look up, did Mercury retrograde start? I've been seeing all types of like electronics going funky, and so don't be surprised about miscommunications, electronic mishaps. Spirit, thank you. Don't be afraid either, because my initial thing is like, oh my God, maybe I won't receive something, or maybe you'll accidentally receive something. Okay, so let's not fear the inevitable. Let's not fear like let's not fear the changes, you know what I'm saying, and the different signs that we're seeing, because it is evidence of your faith. Even, if it's giving you it should give you the confidence to know that, of believing in the unseen, okay, and that your thoughts are things, okay. So be aware of that your thoughts are things. So it's very essential that you know exactly what it is that you want to experience, okay, and focus on that, not on the things that you fear. Don't focus on the blockages. Just focus on the experience that you would like to have. Okay, so that's some channeled messages. Last night, when my phone cut off, I was just about to get into this shadow deck, because that's what I was being guided to. I also have my runes prepared over here, but we're gonna still start with the astros, because that's what is feeling. Taurus, now is the time for focusing on finances and practical manners. So you definitely want to like get in preparation, okay? Prepare, plan, refresh. I'm feeling this energy of like, get rid of old stuff, repurchase. What is that? Like restocking. That's kind of the energy that it's giving me. Okay, so it's a good time to get ready. Okay, with this new moon. Okay, so the time is right for seeking new opportunities. Okay, so I feel like an opportunity is about to come across, and so get ready to like be prepared. Yes, it's preparation. Be prepared. You don't want to like stay ready till you don't have to get ready. And I've definitely been getting that too. Like in being ready to receive my manifestations. It's just like, let me not just be like, and then boom, $1 million. Like, I might not be in the proper mindset for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's like, I need to be like, I exercise every day. I have a routine, because, you could end up with a large lump sum of money, and then you don't have a routine. So then you just focus on spending. And then it's just like, instead of being like, well, I have a routine, so therefore you don't even have time to overspend, right? You're not just thrown off because you're going to continue on your Tuesday class, your Wednesday class, whatever it is that you got going on for yourself. Okay, be prepared for these opportunities. It's coming, you guys. And I can feel like a little bit of my in my heart, like, are you sure, God? Are you sure? Yes, yes, yes. And we have to keep affirming it. You know what I'm saying? Because the enemy is saying no, no, no at the same time. So don't you let that enemy make you afraid. Don't you make that enemy make you afraid to say, because they're praying on your downfall hard. So you need to be praying on your uphill. Be super hard, okay? Pray on that thing that you want every day. Affirm it. Yes, 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 yes. Even if it feels funny, I like to talk about affirmations, because they completely change my energy. Why did I win this court case so easy? Why did my inheritance fall right in my lap? Why did all my enemies just fall? Why is my table prepared for me? You know what I'm saying? However, because that's how you say the affirmation, because you see how excited I am? Like, it's like I'm living it, as opposed to, I'm going to get my inheritance. You know, where you have to convince yourself. You pass that blockage to being in the moment of having it, rather than like trying to trick your brain. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay, so it's you're on a voyage, an adventure. New is coming. I feel like your mind is also being expanded. I've definitely been hearing the message of like gifts being heightened. Okay, and you might just be getting like new information, new keys, new principles. You are definitely you're on a new level. You know, I was thinking about some old timeline people, right? And Spirit kind of enlightened me. Like, yes, of course you had a major contract with that person. Of course you had a contract with that person on that timeline. That was a very important contract for you on that timeline. And that gave me some peace, because it kind of stopped the confusing, like, was I supposed to be so connected? Well, like, what was my problem? Why was I so obsessed with that person? Because on that timeline, that's what you were supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So yes. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate your love. Okay, I appreciate all positive vibes. Okay. Healing power. So healing is definitely occurring. Allow yourself. I just said it brought me a lot of healing, just knowing that that was an important connection or thing I had going on at that time on that timeline. It doesn't take anything away from the blessings or lessons that I learned from that timeline. Okay. And it also does not impede on the future, and allow that knowledge to heal you. You know what I'm saying? Allow that to heal you. Allow new understanding to heal you. Okay? The mystic, the craft. Ooh, baby. First of all, this is a Virgo energy and a Pisces energy that came out here, and they are opposites, okay? South node and north node, okay? And I want to say, like, we always talk about, like, you want to get into your north node, but, like, your south node is still a part of who you are, okay? So it's not so much about leaving your south node behind. It's about mastering your south node and then being able to move forward and building upon that into your north node. Okay, so I really feel like master your personal hygiene is what came to my mind. So your personal hygiene and development and just health, your diet, your fitness routines, you know, your whatever your self-care routines are, as well as your personal relationship with spirit, your in general routines, like your day-to-day. Master yourself, master your life, and you will be, that is the key to becoming a mystic. Shit. I didn't even know it was going to come out like that, okay? Basically, the key to getting to to enhancing your gifts, using your gifts, is mastering the gifts you're already aware of. Oh. Like the gift of breathing, the gift of, you know, gaining and losing weight or building muscle. You know what I'm saying? The gift of walking, talking. Y'all don't want to go to church with me right now. Okay. Y'all don't want to go to church with me right now. Okay? Because I hear the organ. Okay. Yeah. Mastering who we are, what we already have, it actually unlocks those gifts. And they always talk about how we only use 10% of our brain, and but I feel like we've been dumbed down to that. And if we master, because that's why they like to keep us in survival mode. That's why they keep us in survival. Go to work, da 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 da. All we live our entire lives trying to figure out how we're going to survive, and then we feel good, like, I survived pretty good. I had a house and I was able to give my kids a few dollars and I survived. Okay? And that's like all we're using our brain for. So that's why only 10% is being used, because it's only on how to eat and clothe ourselves. Okay. Once that is handled, then we can start exercising other parts of our brain, because shit, there's other things to think about. We no longer have to think about surviving. Surviving is already handled. Okay. So it is so essential for you to master your personal health, as well as a way of stability, a way of producing income for yourself that is not dependent on anything outside of you. So mastering some sort of talent, a craft. So it's like your gifts start out or seem like, you know, just a 3D gift. Like, she's a gifted writer. But the deeper thing is that when you really master yourself and grow, and, you know, you act, it's like being a gifted writer, like, writing is actually like a major gift, because you're literally creating what you speak. We create what we speak. So you're writing down words. If just saying it creates it, what does writing it down make it do? It's like already real. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah, it's all about that money. It's all about the money, money, money. It's definitely some wealth coming. Okay. So you're going to want to make sure that you're nice and ready and disciplined. You know, just make sure that you're already walking in it. Okay. So make sure you're already drinking your coconut water. Yeah, it might be, you might be a little tough to buy the coconut water or to buy the organic fruit. You know what I'm saying? Do it though. Okay. Give yourself the best. Start walking in it. Okay. And I'm telling you, a way will be made, because I was praying about a circumstance, and I was like, but I just kind of set it down. Like, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep going and take care of what's right in front of me. And when that's done, I'll think about something else. I'll get to that when I get to it, you know? And I also kind of had it and put it in the air a little bit, like, maybe if I just wait and be patient, a solution will come to me. Knock, knock, knock. Who the fuck's at my door? Peek out the door. Oh, my dad. Solution! And I didn't even ask. I didn't even ask. Okay? So I was like, yeah, that was just like, that just happened just before. And brought me a personal pizza. Thanks. Okay, so like, blessings. So I'm still in a position where, you know, I got to maintain my stability. I have to work hard, you know, for my shit every day, right? And but even still, like, a way is made so that I can maintain it even when something unexpected happens, you know? So worry less, pray more. Okay? I don't care how corny that sounds. Like, you want to worry more and pray less? Like, that's, okay? Exactly. Hey guys, welcome and thank you for being here. Blue moon. So yeah, I was just talking, I can't remember what I titled this. I feel like I said something like it being signs of the times. At least that was in my brain, but I don't know if I actually wrote that. um, uh, but anyways, I was thinking to myself about how it's an auspicious time. Okay, blue moon. It's rare. It's an opportunity. It's okay. So not only are opportunities coming to you, but this energy that we're in right now is also whatchamacall. Is also sorry, I got distracted by the comments. Is also unique. Okay, it is also helping push us forward. We need a revolution, baby. Okay? We need a revolution, baby. A revolution is happening. This money you finna get is a revolution. okay? Or this transformation that's happening in your life is a whole revolution, baby. These times that we're in right now, we are in the revolution, okay? I want to remain sensitive when I say this, and hopefully it comes out that way. All praises. I'm in Texas, and yesterday, 4th of July, it rained really hard, like it was damn winter, or or spring, or you know what I'm saying? Like it just, I can't really recall it ever raining in July on the 4th of July. I'm like 37 years old. I can't personally recall ever experiencing rain on the 4th of July. And I found it really strange even yesterday that it was gloomy, and I kind of felt like it was spirit call any plans, because I had a little bit of fear. There's people who had kind of threatened me with a gun, made me feel uncomfortable with their gun, and it made me nervous about the fireworks, because I'm like, people, like that'd be a sneak attack plan. That would suck, And I kind of, when I seen it was raining, I was like, ooh, look at God. God's like, nope, you ain't gonna have no weird sneaky plan on my baby tonight. I'm raining on your 4th of July. And it really felt like that. It felt like all the hype was taken out of the 4th of July because it rained. And there were like a lot of fireworks in the neighborhood. I mean, but it really felt like calm and peaceful, like pure sky. But there was a catastrophe. That storm system that came in, I'm hours away from that, but that storm system that came in that rained where I live was the same one that literally like killed people yesterday. And my condolences to everyone. And, but it makes me wonder, America, we be acting like we can't be touched, but and maybe we can't because we got the biggest and the baddest missiles, and we'll blow anybody off the planet. But America has some really terrible karma. And it's not because of people who look like me. Okay? When we talking about our country. So on America's birthday, 20 little Christian white girls go unaccounted for. That's a huge tragedy, okay? But I also am looking at the symbolism of that. What is this truly the beginning of? So, brace yourself, okay? Brace yourself, because that ain't going to be the first tragedy that we witness. So make sure you're strong. I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again now. You don't know the day or the hour. So you can have all the weapons, you can have a bomb shelter, you can have food stored up, but you could also be nowhere near those things when some catastrophe hits. You know what I'm saying? You have to have your mind and your heart prepared. That's why you want to have physical strength and mental stability and that spiritual fortitude, so that when some shit go down and your ass is running for your life, you can even believe that you will live, because it's going to take a I believe I can live type energy. Okay? Survival of the fittest type shit. Like some girl's family, I seen, and her family members are still unaccounted for. Okay? But she was found clinging to a tree. That's survival. Okay? How many hours was she clinging to that tree? You know what I'm saying? How did she even get out of that current? A river? Rivers are not lakes. Okay? Them motherfuckers move. So make sure that you're ready to survive some shit, and also prepare your children. Don't have them out here just being worried about designer. worried about, oh, the Jordan, man, fuck that. Can they rebuild after everything is gone? Do they know that moss grows on the north side of the tree? Okay. Do they have a faith? Do they know how to pray? Okay, because that's what it's going to take. World War III is spiritual. Okay? It's already going on. It's been happening. It's not, I want to say ever since Age of Aquarius hit. That's really what the war is about, is the no's and the no-nots. The wokes and the sleeps. The NPCs versus the soulfuls. Okay? Don't get caught up on the wrong side of the revolution. Passion. Yeah, I've known this ever since I was a little girl, what I'm telling you. 5th house energy is that childhood energy. Been knowing this shit was coming down since I was a little girl, and I'm ready, and I'm actually fucking excited about that shit on my soul. I'm excited to see God move his hand. Make sure you prepare. And that's why you want to be on the right side and do the right thing, because I can honestly say that even if I die, it's a job well done between me and the Most High. I'll go out exactly at my time. But if you're on the wrong side of karma, you could just not be in alignment with your highest timeline. You know what I'm saying? My highest timeline means I get to die as an old lady. A legend old lady. Okay? But if I start fucking around using drugs, fucking on the wrong nigga, then I won't become that legend. And I could die sooner. Okay? And I know this because of what has happened to me through the attack on my family for my crown. I am an heir to my grandmother, and they tried to kill me for it. And I'm still alive, though. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Okay, and now you can't even convince me that you can kill me. The only thing that can kill me is me. And God would never let me even get to that point. He'll never give me anything that I can't handle. So, gamer cell. Perception is reality. So make sure you're thinking for yourself. I'm going to close this and we're going to pull a different deck. Let's get into that shadow work. All praises to the Most High Power. We are grateful. What do we need to know? To get ready. 10 of Swords, yo. This is mental, though. Like I said, it's a spiritual war, not a physical one. Okay? So, you got to prepare your mind and your heart. And you do that through, like, personal development and prayer. I mean, it's like there's no quick jump to level 10. You know what I'm saying? You have to take step by step. But I promise, if you do step by step, the Most High... I will say this. I can't promise you where you're going to jump to, but I can say this about my walk with God. It might be 10 steps I need to take, right? And I'll be like, fuck. But if I do take that 1, 2, sometimes it do feel like I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I feel like I get carried and then boom, I'm already there. Like, whoa. Like, sometimes you really do just have to take the first step. So, you know what I'm saying? But you can't, your intentions have to be pure. God knows your heart. Energy does not lie. You cannot lie to a spirit. Okay? You can lie to a human because they're listening with their ears. But if they're listening with their discernment, they're not gonna, it's gonna itch and scratch a little bit, you know? Your discernment has to be developed. The Empress, yeah. The Empress finna eat anybody who wants to. This was gonna happen to anybody who comes up to someone who has knowledge of self. Okay, they will be eaten. Kali Ma is like, she's one of the more scary goddess, and she takes niggas' heads off. She will not let you play with her. She knows well too who she is. What this mean? It means don't be devoured, be the devourer. You make sure you're the one on the throne. It's Judgment Day, period. I heard tick tock, tick tock. It's Judgment Day, period, and it's getting dished out. Karma's getting dished out nice and perfect. Karma's a bitch, right? Ain't she pretty? I heard you got to get jiggy with it. You're going to have to be able to like learn how to like dance in the fire. Like you're going to have to learn how to work this shit. You also want to get in touch with your shadow, get in touch with your demons. See, that's the power of taking accountability of things, is that you can actually look at yourself in the mirror and say, I can't believe I did that. What made me do that? What made me behave in that way? Okay. And then you can meet that. Oh, I didn't want to be embarrassed. Oh, it's the demon of shame that made me act in that way. And once you meet the demon of shame, shake his hand and you have a conversation with him. Transmute the energy, you know? Let go of the things that make you feel more confident about who you are. Even if you did do something wrong, you'd be like, I'm not that person anymore. I'm growing. Okay? But you can't move forward in anything if you're not willing to take accountability. Okay? This is how you be able to thrive on both sides of the darkness and in the light, is being able to be truthful. Okay? This is giving me this energy of authenticity. You know, I feel like this is a Page of Pentacles. This guy, he doesn't even know all the knowledge. He doesn't have everything. He doesn't have all the answers. But he's like, hey, I'm showing up. I'm here. I know I have purpose. Okay? So this energy right here is kind of like, whistle while you work. Okay. We didn't need to do the whole song, but this is giving me that, like, while you are waiting for your manifestations to come through, like, how do you wait? What do you do with that anxiety? How do you show God, I'm waiting on you? Okay, so this person is just like, I'm going to clean my house while I wait for my manifestation to come through. You just keep going. You know, you can't babysit the manifestation. You can't babysit the pain. You can't babysit the solution. All you can do is give it to the Most High, set your intentions, and start walking as if you know everything's going to work out. So go clean your damn house and shit. Okay? There's also energy of, like, you know, you may need to clean some shit up. in your life. Okay, and do it happily though. Don't get to a point where you're being dragged by the universe to make a change. Okay, and I know we all have something. Okay, I don't want to be dragged either, God. Please give me more time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all got things that we need to fix ourselves. Okay, don't get dragged by the universe. Make changes. Make changes happily. It's like being on a fast happily. You don't fast for the Lord and be angry. I hate this fast, man. It's like being on Ramadan, right? I done Ramadan 1 year real solid once. And you don't do Ramadan like, man, I hate this fast. Like, no. It's not, no. You do it like, I'm grateful. Like, I feel honored to do this fast. You know, I'm honored that the spirit will even communicate with me to let me know that I should fast, you know, or grant me anything based on my fast, you know. Hey, the Emperor. Not going from the Page of Pentacles, whistling while you work, and then becoming the Emperor, you know. So I feel like this is my shadow deck. In a way, I feel like I'm helping my enemies. And I'm like, but whatever. Because I feel like this is an energy that you need to get into when you're under judgment. How to transmute this energy, how to transmute the Ten of Swords. And I guess you don't have to be under, but it is judgment right here. Yeah. How to get out of the Ten of Swords. Acceptance. Eight of Pentacles. So this came in the reverse. And I'm feeling like this is a zombie. Right? And I always think about like how you can work like a zombie, and that's not healthy. Okay? And so I really do feel like, don't be like a follower. Make sure you're thinking for yourself. Okay? Make sure that's key, is you to be thinking for yourself. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't have to be like my thoughts. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just got to start making choices for yourself. You know, something that I also learned on my walk, piggybacking on that, is you may be divinely inspired to something, to do something, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it was right. You know what I'm saying? And you might end up like falling on your ass, but that doesn't take away the divinity of it, that you were supposed to go through that portal, you know, because sometimes the portal of falling on your ass is now you learn how to get back up. Okay. So don't be afraid to be a novice. Okay. Don't be afraid to look silly in front of others. You know, because like you might be like, man, I'm an artist, right? But you don't have all the money to make you look like, you know, you might look a little cheesy because you don't have the money to make it glamorous, you know? And then fuck them. You're still that talent. You're still a damn snake charmer. Being a snake charmer. Because I was saying something earlier to myself. What'd I say? I said that I have charm. I can use charm. But I was comparing it to something else, and I can't remember exactly what I was comparing it to. 313, 313, 313, 313. Ace of Wands, carrying the torch, a new beginning. It's 22. Nine of Cups. Ooh, I like this. I don't even know why I picked up this different deck. I think because you said 313, and that's actually a very significant number to me, considering that that's my part of my username. It comes from 3113 because it's just a significant time in my life. Anyways, it says 2244, Ace of Wands to the Nine of Cups. If you start now, you can have wish fulfillment. Okay? Fuck. All right, I'm gonna pull a rune, and then I'm gonna leave because I'm feeling the energy getting the jumble. I have to look on my rune chart because I don't really know the runes, but I did charge these really good, so I brought them on my desk to kind of put them back in use after not using them for quite a while. All praise to the Most High Power. We are grateful. Thank you to all our beloved ancestors present with us right now. Okay, I'll show you it. Now I gotta find another chart. Oh. Odal, home, property, heritage, dwellings. Mountains to climb. In the reverse, reckless frustration, legal problems, and hassled. It definitely fucking resonates. Okay, so home is yourself, is your body. Protect your home. Be aware of your surroundings and the places you be about. Okay? Prepare. Continue. It says mountains to climb. I feel like that's continue to, like I said, work on your body, work on your mind. Continue to build yourself up mentally and spiritually and physically. Okay? Because the opposite of that would actually be reckless. Okay? Not taking care of your body. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, sweetheart. Had to have a reaction because it hits home, right? Not taking care of your body is reckless. Okay? It's going to lead to frustration and even legal problems. So, last message out of here. Year. This is your year. This is your harvest. See, I didn't want to go there with the inheritance because it said heritage and home and property. Okay? But this is your year, baby. Okay? Or whatever happening is right now will happen in this year. Okay? Harvest, legalities, reward, peace, commitment. And in the reverse, fruition cannot be rushed. Seasonal. You know what I like about this particular one? Because the opposite, the reverse wasn't really the opposite. It didn't say you can't never have it. Okay? Okay, so in the upright, it means you're harvesting it now, right? In the reverse, it means that you can't rush the process. So either way, you're still going to get it. That's what I like about that energy, okay? So it's giving me the energy of like karma. You reap what you sow. So something good. Peace.